Hi, this is János and welcome to my little humble channel. And I really created this channel because I love photography, I love music, and I've been looking at YouTube and searching for videos on photography, and I've been really disappointed, to say, because I have found initially precious little advice that really helped me, because most of the channels that pop up on the searches and recommendations, they really do only one thing. They feed the urge in you to buy new camera gear, new camera bodies, new lenses, and the more you watch, the more you feel that you must upgrade, and the problem is with your camera gear. And that doesn't work. So when you look into that, when you talk to people who have done that, and when you experience on yourself that you set up on that carousel and you jump down that bandwagon, that it doesn't lead you anywhere. You will be less and less satisfied than how satisfied you were before you got into the crazy train ride or I would say that crazy train wreck to upgrade your gear ad libitum. Because I think everyone sadly noticed that camera gear every year they are getting more and more expensive, and the prices are just absolutely ridiculous if you want to buy camera gear which are considered to be the newest technology. Now I have Kintaro next to me. He wants to join in. So actually I'm bringing him here because he's the camera shy one. So you see, he doesn't even want to look at the camera. He is usually terrified if we want to take photos of him. I have a really good friend, Andy, and she is a professional photographer. She is the most amazing photographer I ever met, and she has taken professional photographs of this big boy and his sister Machi, and as soon as the lens just focuses on him, he gets terrified, like utter terror. But the girl, when you photo her, she poses. She is a professional cat model. She's amazing. Anyway, that was Kintaro now photo bombing or video bombing the video. So anyway, where was I? I completely missed my train of thought. So basically I was talking about cameras, camera gear and bodies, and how crazy expensive they get, and usually how frustrated I was with the videos I found on YouTube, because there's like a ton of videos about the latest gear, like the Sony A7 R5 or Canon R5 or whatnot, or the upcoming Canon R1. There is not even an R1, and there's a ton of videos speculating on what the R1 will be. No one knows, but people spend watching. If you watch like how many people watch those videos, people have donated many tens of thousands of hours of their lives watching stuff on non-existing cameras and utter fiction on non-existing cameras. I think probably in this channel I should do a whole series on the Canon R1, or maybe even better, the R0, going beyond R1, and not just on phase 1 cameras but phase 2. How about that? I think that would be a smashing success. But anyway, I digress. I'm going back to my original point, and something that was really amazing for me, just like, just traveling this really shallow pond of the YouTube videos on the new cameras, because they are visually stunning, and you can't wait to click on the new video that comes out, on the latest Canon or Sony or Nikon Z9. I want to see more. But does it do anything good for you? No, it doesn't do anything good for you. When after a while I started finding voices like, here it is, like Martin Castein. He has an amazing channel. Just you type in his name, that's his channel, and this is one of the videos that I think it's a gem. And the title is what is the title? Why I like using older camera gear. And this is an absolutely landslide smashing video. It is truly fantastic, and I think everyone who is into cameras, if you are watching YouTube looking for advice, reasonable advice that will really help you to develop as a photographer, to be more satisfied with what you do with your camera, or how you, if you don't have a camera yet, how to find a camera that will get you satisfied. This has been the video that is the absolute number one. I would call it the photography Bible. And I'm looking at my screen because I have it opened up also on my laptop, and this video, please also don't just watch the video, but look at the comment section, because it is just an absolute gem. Just read what people post. There's like amateur photographers posting and professional photographers as well. And what is their opinion? What do they think about what Martin is saying? Do they agree with him or not? Because that's a very important thing. When you get some advice on YouTube, is that really translating to the real world, or the person is just in his own bubble? Maybe that's what he believes truly, what he is telling us, that the Sony a7R5 changed his life completely compared to the Sony a7R4, and you absolutely must buy it, or otherwise perish in longing. It can happen. Maybe you are that person, and then nothing else can help you. Just buy the R5. However, that is a very unique situation, and while it might be applicable to a single person, it might not be true for millions of people who are looking for finding joy in photography, because that's your number one goal, to find joy in photography. And also, if that's not your number one goal, maybe the number one goal is to make money or something like that, then now you are watching the wrong advice, because I'm not talking about how to make money with cameras. If I would be talking about that, yes, I would suggest don't even bother about Sony a7R5. Get a phase 1 and do your product photography with the phase 1, which is, those of you who don't know, it's a $50,000 camera plus lens on top of that. So if we want the highest, latest technology available, go for it, and that's how you can get the highest paying gigs. There's more to that, but that's kind of the gist of it, and that's what other photographers are doing as well. And the smart ones, they don't own a phase 1. They have like a Canon R5 or something like that, or maybe like a Sony a7R R4 or whatever. And when they have those gigs that pay the megabucks, then they rent the phase 1 for that gig, and that's it. They don't use it for anything else, only just rent it for that specific job that pays the big money. Because the cost that camera cost, you can't afford it to run a business with those kind of expenses. It's not realistic. Maybe if you are in a position that you have an infinite bank account and you want to spend money on that, then looking at the reviews online, it's a complete waste of your time. Just go for whatever camera brand is your favorite and buy their latest model. That's it. You're done. You don't need any other advice. Just get the top of the line model, top of the line lenses, bang, you're done. No need advice. Only thing that you need to do is you have to repeat it every year, because yearly there's newer and newer cameras coming out. And if you want to have the technical perfection, every year you have to repeat this process. But if you have unlimited money in your account, that's no problem at all. This is all the advice you need. And the rest of you who really want to be sensible about what your camera purchases are, Martin's video is the one that you need to read. And basically what he says is that he's talking about older camera gear. And what is an older camera? It's certainly not an iPhone, and it's certainly not a mirrorless camera. It's like going back in time for like DSLRs, the mirror cameras, the ones that have mirrors in their bodies, and which do not have this super high frame rates. They do not do like eye tracking and these kinds of things. They just do very, very basic things, and you have to set the aperture, you have to set the speed, you have to set the ISO, and then you shoot with them, and that's what you get. And they do not have super high megapixels, so you really have to pay attention how you frame your pictures, because you cannot crop them too much, because the resolution doesn't allow you to crop. And you have to set the ISO properly, because the dynamic range does not allow you to pull shadows or highlights. No, you have to do everything the right way. You have to become a better photographer. You have to develop your photographer's eye to see like a camera. Because this is the core of the process, is that people imagine in their minds that if I have a poor camera, maybe I have an older iPhone or something like that, and I'm taking photos and they are not good enough. It's because my phone is not good enough. I need a better camera. And sadly, if you have a better camera, then it will get you technically better pictures, but it will be the same crappy pictures you are taking with your phone. And I always want keep on repeating my experience ad nauseum that I had with my professional photographer friend, the one who took the photos of my cat, that we traded my phone and her camera. So I shot with her camera and she shot with my phone, and we shot the same thing. And the photos that I made with the professional camera were crap, useless. And the photos that she made with my back then 2 megapixel camera on my Nokia phone, they were gold, absolutely smashing. And so it's, you see, in my case, if I had the bare bones basic versus at that time what was the highest end camera, I could not make the highest end camera photo any better than what was there in the basic camera. Yeah, it was higher resolution, better colors, but the same crap. And when she took a picture of the moment, the same thing we were watching, the framing that she used, she caught the moment. And she caught something there for posterity that was the soul of the moment, and she knew how to translate it. And that is it. That's what makes you develop. That is what every photographer is looking for on, and that's what you should be working on, and what I should be working on. I'm preaching to this single choir here, single member soloist choir, that you have to work on developing how to catch the moment. And when you know that, that's when you are becoming a better photographer. And then, when you get better camera bodies, then you can make that moment more colorful, more vibrant, coming more fully to life. But if you are not there yet, just getting a newer camera will not get you there, and it's going to do the other thing. It's going to get you further away from becoming a better photographer, because you will get stuck with the technicalities. You will be fiddling about with the settings. Oh, did I put the eye tracking there, or should I do the face tracking, or zone autofocus, or this or that, and you will be getting white balance, and then you will get lost in all the technicalities. And now the modern mirrorless cameras can do much more settings than this, because what I said is just really the bare basics nowadays. But that's it. You will get lost in the technicalities, and you will pay even less attention to composing your picture and how to develop your eye to capture the moment. And this has been my life story. So I really started out with my cell phone, and then upgraded a little bit, and then went to a DSLR, and I did not develop at all. And then I was just so disappointed with everything that I just really put it aside and didn't even touch cameras for years. So if you go and feed your gas, which is the gear acquisition syndrome that everyone's talking about, the insatiable need to consume newer and newer camera gear and to amass them, to have more and more, when I went towards that road, it just led me to burnout, complete burnout, so that I stopped taking photos at all. I didn't even care about it. I was just so disillusioned that I'm getting better and better camera gear, and my photos are still shite compared to all my photographer friends. I'm in that lucky situation, or unlucky, that I have a lot of professional photographer friends, and I can compare my work to their real work, and it's it's not even on the radar. The worst shots are good compared to my best, which is not even, no. And the more I went into chasing the camera gear, the further I was lagging behind them. It didn't work like that. And of course, back at that time, I got a lot of advice, but after I stopped obsessing with camera gear, that's when it kind of made sense in me inside, gave me that maturity up here, that now I can look at it from a point of view that is more objective. And what Martin is saying in this video, that he likes using older camera gear. What is the time now? I think now is the time I should stop this video, because it's going to cut, right? Anyway, so thank you for tuning in. We will continue at the next video, and have an awesome day. Bye bye.